by name Sam Alma Alfred, the general manager of Koboko United Circle. About this particular client, Moro Paul, what I know just brief is, he is an orphan, and the mother, actually the father died. Then the mother was merely a housewife. He had difficulties, or life was very hard for him. He went to South Sudan somewhere back to get a way of survival. So, South Sudan is also very, very hard country that one can stay in. From there, he mobilized some small funds, about 50,000. Things were very hard for him. He came back to Uganda. And from that time, with the 50,000, he started to invest in small business, like buying some parcels and sell beans, sell these dagger fish he sells. So this money multiplied to 200,000 shillings. Then from there, in 2008, he came to open an account in the Koboko United Circle, and he applied for a loan of 500,000 shillings, and he was given. So when this money was given, he also multiplied it until it went to 2.8. Then he went and started a nursery school, which is called Eden Junior Nursery School. He finished the loan successful. He also went for another loan that was 1.5. That's in 2009. He also paid it very, very well. In terms of his history in loans, it means he started to borrow loan from 500, and right now he borrowed 50 million, and he's still paying the loan. He opened the account with the 200,000 shillings, and right now, if you go to his account, because he has about 2 accounts, there is the school account, because in school he has a nursery, he has a primary, he has a secondary. You might have seen all those. And also he has also this financial institution called Anika Financial Services, that's down in the Grofa building. If you look at all these accounts, he has about 96 million in his account right now. So it means there is really a very positive trend in the growth. I see there is the financial discipline in this particular client. Because one, when he borrowed the first loan, that's 500,000 in 2008, then certainly he paid it well. He went ahead and borrowed also in 2009, that's 1.5. Then today, right now, he borrowed 50 million. It means if he had bad record, then we couldn't give him more loans. Why we gave him this loan? Because he has that kind of very good history in loan payments. That's why he moved up to 50 million. These also investments are also growing. Mean that if there should have been a very poor management of these funds, or if there should have been indiscipline in financial management, it means he couldn't expand in terms of the business, in terms of assets, in terms of savings. Even right now, if you look at his shares, when he opened an account in 2008, he only had only 2 shares that was worth 40,000. But to date, he has worth 5.2 million in shares, which is a very good achievement.
I'm called Moro Peter, who is in for Mr. Moro Paul, who happened to be the proprietor of this school that we are in now. The school started in 2008 as a lousy school. It just rented a room, somebody's house actually, with around 5 to 6 pupils. As time goes on, it happened to acquire its own land now, and it was shifted to the current premises that we are in now. In 2008, in our records, he started with around 2 million. With around 2 million, yes. When he started the school, he was not so much interested in raising out money, but he was so much interested in making that children come in and they learn. A child was paying not more than 70,000 per child for the whole year. So as now it continued to emerge, also demands continue to increase. So as children began to come in many, so it also continued to increase, and the money also decided to go a bit higher. Currently the collection I can say is around 7 to 10 million. As time goes on, it went on increasing, the enrollment went on increasing. And the way he was doing it was very unique from others. One, he did it in a way that he was actually bringing also some pupils to study for free, especially orphans where they are studying. He also has a category of pastors' children who were there studying. So, plus the best performers, like if a pupil is performing well and there is no money for paying in school, they also get in those children and put in. And that's how the school actually came to the level it is now. Koboko United Sacco has really been our backbone, if I can say. Koboko United Sacco has been giving out loans to us to ensure that we expand. And it's not only Koboko United Sacco, but I can say Koboko United Sacco is the backbone. Added to Centenary, these are the two financial institutions that have really helped us to move to this far. The enrollment has actually increased. It started by around 10 pupils, but as I talk now, it has gone to around 869 pupils. And it's not only one now, it has some branches that it also has. Our schools, we ensure that we don't charge the fees to be high. We ensure that our fees is a bit moderate. That's what we do. And the fees that is paid, we mostly even use it back to the pupils. When the pupils come here from nursery up to primary, they have their breakfast here. They take porridge. They have their lunch here. Then it is supper that they go back home. We have installed the solars to aid the children in their learning processes. We all know when it reaches evening, it is dark. So the children can also come and read here at night. We also have computers. Nowadays, the world of today, if a child goes out without knowing a computer, it is I don't know what I can say. So we have the computers that we introduce the children to aid them in future when they go, such that they will not be facing difficulties. The school has given birth to another school. It started with Eden Primary. It has given birth to Eden Junior. It also gave birth to, there is a financial service that is existing, that is by the names of Anika Financial Service. And there is also a bookshop that exists. The bookshop is actually conniving with the school, the materials are brought in the bookshop, then the school purchases them from the bookshop. With also the contribution of the parents, as I did say, and the banks in providing loans, the school has also given birth to a secondary school, that is Global Eden. Mr. Moro Paul, if I can say, he's an orphan. He was raised up by the mother. He was raised up by the mother where the father was not there. So his learning processes, actually, his coming into existence and survival up this time has not been easy for him. So I think that's why he decided to come up and think of the idea of saying, if now many children are suffering like the way he suffered, it means many children are outside there not learning. So he has to put up a structure like this to ensure that at least people who are like him comes to school. The impact is really huge, especially on the neighbors, on the family. All the children are now going to school. He can't see a child or an orphan staying near him while not going to school. He just sends the children go to school. In the beginning, we started with 5 staff, but for now, in all the institutions, all the business places that have now emerged, we have not less than 40 staff. The greatest challenge as we, the institution or the business, face is we have limited funds. That's why you can see the structures, others are just covered with carpets, but we are still continuing because our target is to ensure that the children come to school and they learn. That challenge has really affected in also very many ways, especially payment of the staff sometimes. That becomes now hard. For all these businesses, they can make around 20 to 25 million. in a year. If resources can allow us in future, we want to ensure that at least all the children who are not going to school because they are not being paid, we bring them to school. Because now in the communities there are very many children who are not like going to school. On the side of the financial institution, if funds can allow us in future, we want to expand it to come up. Like now it is just a lending institution. We want to ensure that it comes to be a micro institution and later something like a SACCO, and then it becomes a bank. If opportunity granted, as I did say, the major challenge that actually we are facing is funding. The first thing is we shall ensure that these other structures that are put with the carpets are now built with the walls, and we ensure that we go back to the community, because now I'm sure there are very many children out there who are not like going to school because they are unable, their parents are unable to pay them. So they have now just left themselves, they don't know something about school. We shall also ensure that we go and sensitize the communities to give them the value of education in life. On the side of the financial institution, we shall ensure that we bring in more products that can at least favor and bring in everyone to it.